Yes, 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 people, H God, Beer Sports Talk, and we are back with another game reaction, and I'm gonna tell you why Lamar Jackson is potentially the next Phillip Rivers. But before we do that, people, like I said, we are on the road to 1K, people. Would appreciate it if y'all just do me a favor, hit the red button, subscribe, join the family. But without further ado, we're getting straight into it. So, what am I talking about? Yesterday's game, Kansas City versus Baltimore Ravens in Kansas City. The game finishes 37-20, but don't let the score fool you. It was, the score flatters them. It was a complete and absolute domination by the Chiefs. Not from the first play, because Baltimore did come out and score in the first play, but after that, it went downhill. Let me give you some team and player stats. So for the Chiefs, Mahomes, he had 25 completions on 37 attempts for 270 yards, 4 passing TDs, no interception. Xavier Worthy, on his return from injury, had 5 receptions for 83 yards. He also had a 35-yard end-around rush. Isaiah Pacheco, he caught a passing touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyquan Thornton, and Hollywood Brown each caught 1 touchdown pass. And in the kicking, Harrison Butker made 3 field goals. Now, the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, before having to leave the game with an apparent hamstring injury, was 14 of 20 for 147 passing yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. He also rushed 6 times for 48 yards. Cooper Rush ended up having to come into the game for Jackson because of the injury, and he threw for 52 yards. Justice Hill scored twice, including a 71-yard TD run. Derrick Henry, he had 8 carries for 42 yards. Now, adding some more additional context to it, the Chiefs scored on 7 of their first 8 possessions, combining for touchdowns and field goals. The Ravens, in this game, they got hit by injuries heavily, specifically on their defense, and losing Lamar, well, I wouldn't say mid-game. It was like midway through the third, and it was already looking bad for them. You know what I mean? But the Chiefs' offense, I can't lie to you, it started looking like the offense of old. Explosive, dynamic, Xavier Worthy coming back 100% added and aided in that, and as a big help for them. Now, my personal thoughts, right? And why y'all came here. When you're saying Lamar Jackson, Phillip Rivers, like, what do you mean? No way, like, Lamar Jackson's way better than Phillip Rivers. He could run, he could do this, blah, blah, blah. See, when I say that, I don't mean it from a pure talent perspective. Obviously, as an individual talent, Lamar Jackson is better than Phillip Rivers. There's no doubt in that. But when I say, could he be the next Phillip Rivers, I simply mean, is Lamar Jackson going to be suffering from the born in the wrong year, the wrong era type vibe? Because you see, there are a multitude of Hall of Fame even level quarterbacks who, had they been born or been around in a different time, would undoubtedly be at the head of the food chain in what they're doing. But because they had to compete in the era of Brady and the era of Manning, right? That they had almost but no choice but to take a backseat and fall behind. And I'm worried if that's what's the case with Lamar Jackson, because I would honestly say, through all their times coming into the league, Lamar Jackson compared to the, and there's no consensus fifth, But in the league right now, we have like a consensus top 4 quarterbacks, which is Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Jackson, right? And since coming into the league, I can undoubtedly say that consistently, not consistently across the board, since they've been in the league up until now, Lamar Jackson has had consistently, right? So I'm just talking about if you add it all the years together and do a median, Lamar Jackson has consistently, through his career, had the best team and the best franchise, right? Yes, even better than some of those Chiefs teams that won the Super Bowl, right? Because while those Chiefs teams weren't constructed greatly from head to toe, position by position, individually, Patrick Mahomes was the difference, and he was the ultimate equalizer. I could honestly say that since being in the league, Lamar Jackson has had stacked teams, right? Very stacked teams. Maybe there was like one year where the team was iffy, but they've had very stacked teams. And not only that, they've always been in prime positions to really push forward and do it, but just never been able to do it. And to me, it's so crazy how it's like gradually as his career has continued, the success has almost regressed backwards. Like, who'd have thought Lamar Jackson would have only ever been to the AFC Championship game once? You know what I mean? It's like, who'd have thought that this was like year 6, year 7 in, Lamar Jackson has not even been to a Super Bowl. Like, it's never been the final week of the season, the last game of the year, with all eyes on that game, and we've been watching Lamar Jackson. This never happened in his career. And each year, arguably, he's gotten further and further away from it. And to me, it's crazy. So drawing the parallels, I must say, I just wonder if it's a case like Phillip Rivers when he had to go up against Brady and Manning. You know what I mean? Granted, Josh Allen himself has not made a Super Bowl yet either, but I give Josh Allen the credit because he's done more with a lot less, bro. Like, especially these past 2 seasons or so, since Diggs has left and all that, like, they've basically been working with nothing. But Josh Allen drags them to where they needs to be. You know what I mean? Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, bro. I'm no fan of the Chiefs and all that, but you gotta give to Caesar what is due to Caesar. And then watching the game last night, it just doesn't fill me with any confidence. Like I said, the Ravens, they did well on their first drive, and that was it. Literally, it looked like men versus boys out there yesterday, bro. Like honestly, the Chiefs, like probably halfway through the third quarter, the Chiefs took, like you could see that they took their foot off the gas, bro. Like, they were just in cruise control mode. Like, I know the score makes it look closer than it was, but that was an absolutely easy game for the Chiefs. And that's, to me, that's a big indictment on Baltimore themselves, because the Chiefs this year, they've been vulnerable. They've been weak. They were there for the taking, and Baltimore just could not take advantage of that at all. And to me, that's very worrying. It's very worrying. They fall to 1-3 now. The Steelers, like, and it's so crazy. The beginning of the year, did not expect it to form out to where now the Steelers genuinely look like they could win the division. But that's the trajectory that they're on. And don't know how serious this injury is for Lamar. Hopefully it's not too serious. But if Lamar has to be out for a few games, it could only get worse for them. It could only get worse for them. But yeah, I don't know, peeps. Y'all let me know, man. What do y'all think? What were your thoughts watching the game yesterday? Like, I was just watching the game, absolutely shocked and appalled. I had said to my friend, like, listen, this game is the game, bro. If Lamar doesn't find a way to come out victorious in this game, I can't put my faith in him anymore, man. And it's sad to say, but Lamar, until you prove me wrong, I can't put my faith in him anymore, bro. But y'all let me know. Do y'all still believe in them? Do you think that Baltimore could turn it around this season and still make it to the chip? Who knows? Y'all tell me, people. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. With that being said, peeps, thank again for tuning in. As always, you already know, we on the road to 1K. Do me that favor and hit the sub button and join the familia. Would appreciate that. And if you fucking with the content, go watch some other videos after this, man. You know what I mean? And comment and make me know where I'm going. I make the algorithm know, say, yo, yeah, I'm mad. You know what I mean, peeps? But thank you again for watching, peeps. Until the next one, continue striving, continue thriving, continue loving yourselves, continue loving those that love you. And most importantly, continue believing in yourself. And until the next one, people, I'm out.